Okay, so I'm a dumbass. Everybody knows I'm a dumbass, and it was confirmed to me pretty much right on the dot that I'm a dumbass this past weekend. Was exchanging texts. Let me take a couple steps back. About a month ago, I went on a business trip for my new job and met one of my new bosses and went to Omaha, and he actually lives in another state called Minnesota. And good, because the story would be so much better.
Yeah. And is the Omaha in Nebraska?
It's wherever Peyton Manning wants it to be.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
So, yes, this is Omaha, Nebraska. So, met him, great guy, exchanged numbers, so we can stay in touch whenever needed. And got back from that trip, and Penny's best friend in first grade, we've connected with her parents a little bit, and connecting with her dad a little bit, or I've connected with her dad a little bit. At least I feel like we have, and I'm hoping he feels the same, and maybe not so much anymore. But so then I got his number. So my new boss's name is Tim Clark, and the other dad is named Tim Kelly.
Okay.
So I got two Tims in my phone right around the same time.
Right.
And the Nuggets are in the playoffs, and he texted me this past Sunday, and he says, Nuggets game out on the back porch tomorrow night. And I was like, haha, yeah, I'll just hop on up to Minnesota real quick. Because we were talking about the Nuggets the Friday before the weekend, and so I was like, yeah, I'll just hop on up to Minnesota real quick. And he didn't say anything back, so I just figured it was like boss giving me some shit or something about the Nuggets, and he didn't say anything. And then Monday night rolls around, and I get a text from Tim Clark, my boss, and it says, well, we're not that far away, just down the Greenbelt. And I was like, haha, I wish. And I didn't really connect that the Greenbelt was the path behind my house.
Right.
And so like an hour later, he texts me and he goes, this is Tim Kelly, right? We're watching the basketball game in the back if you want to come on by. And I just died of embarrassment. I went pure white, and I was just like, oh my God, I got your number around the same time as my new boss, Tim Clark. So I accidentally saved your number as Tim Clark, and I thought you were my new boss giving me some shit, and now I don't think I can ever see you in person ever again, because I'm just a big dumbass. Yeah. It's like I can't even input somebody's phone number in my phone right, or their name in my phone right. I'm so stupid.
I think you're in good company. I think a lot of us have made those types of mistakes. So yeah. Hopefully
that's the worst kind of mistake I make with this guy, because he's a very nice guy. He's listened to the podcast, and so hopefully he doesn't think I'm too stupid to hang out with. Welcome to the party, nerds. It's the Nerd Rundown, where we cover the latest in the nerd world of movies, TV, and more. I'm your host, Darren Stemple, and back with me today is my co-pilot, Erik Hare. We appreciate you joining us today, and if you want to follow us on Twitter, we're at the Nerd Rundown. Like and subscribe on our YouTube channel at the Nerd Rundown. And if you don't mind missing out on our faces, you can listen to our podcasts on all the major podcast services. Welcome back, Erik. We missed you. Hopefully you enjoyed your time away from the show and didn't miss us too much.
I missed you. I missed you so much. It was it was hard to be away, but it was great. Family had a great time. Moab, Utah is amazing, and if you have the opportunity to go, I highly recommend it. It is just one of God's gifts to human beings, because it's just an amazing place. We had such a great time. It was very relaxing and really fun. So
good. Well, we're glad to have you back. Like I said, we miss you. We know you were here in spirit.
Yeah.
So, well, we have a fantastic show for y'all today. We'll cover the latest news on the rundown. Get back to playing some games.
Sweet.
Or a game. Yeah. Had some feedback that we want. They like our games, and we'll get back to games already. So we'll reveal that a little bit later on. This isn't a themed episode, so when we don't do themes, we do games. We'll answer some really great nerd questions, and we'll also be releasing our review of episode 1 of the new Loki TV show separately, which we'll do for the rest of that season. Yeah. And if you haven't checked it out, get on it, because it's friggin' awesome.
For sure.
Cannot wait to see where they take this, and we'll talk all about Loki in a separate release here this weekend.
Yeah.
As well, we don't want to give away any spoilers in this show, so all the spoilers in that show. And now, episode 10. Let's nerd out. But first, can we get a rundown? Man, I sang a lot on last week's episode, and it was not good. Don't let me do that ever again.
I thought, yeah, Brett needs to rein you in a little bit. So,
again, thank you to Brett for filling in on for Erik.
Oh, he was fantastic. He really
did a great job.
Great. Yeah.
That smile. We missed that smile. But first on the rundown, we have big week, big rundown this week, so we'll try to cover as much as we possibly can on it. First, though, starting off with, I'm wearing this shirt. I put the mustache on because if I was in a Jurassic Park movie, this would be my costume. So
Nedry. It looks like a shirt Nedry would wear.
Yeah. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Dodson. We got Dodson over here.
We got Dodson. That's here. See, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the rundown. Jurassic World Dominion released a prologue footage of the prologue footage.
Yep.
Footage of the prologue, footage of their prologue in front of the terrible looking Fast 9 movie. But we got a great description of the footage. Gives us an idea of where they're taking the new Jurassic Park, which would actually have released, I think it was this weekend if COVID didn't happen.
Right.
So that sucks that we still have to wait a little bit longer for it, but it sounds like it's going to be worth it. This new set of Jurassic Park movies has been, or I should say Jurassic World movies, has been awesome.
Yes.
And each like the first two were different movies. In fact, I feel like this second movie was two different movies put together, which was
almost
great.
Yeah, like the first half was like a completely or the second half was like a completely separate movie. Yeah.
And so this one picks up 65 million years ago, and obviously no humans, I think, right? There was no humans in 65 million years ago.
Yeah, I think we're only a few tens of thousands of years.
We're not that old.
But I do thank dinosaurs for sacrificing themselves so I can have gasoline for my SUV. So
there you go. Yeah, thank you, Dino Gas. That sounds like a big dinosaur fart. So it picks up 65 million years ago and then shows a battle between a Gigantosaurus and a T-Rex, and the Gigantosaurus wins, kills the T-Rex, and it shows a mosquito landing on the T-Rex and sucking some blood out of that T-Rex. And what that shows is it's the origin story of the T-Rex we've grown to know and love from the Jurassic Park movies, and
right.
Who made a return in Jurassic Park or Jurassic World 1.
Jurassic World, yeah, yep.
And even Jurassic Park, or what was the second one?
The Lost World?
No, the second Jurassic World was called Jurassic World. Jurassic World.
Jurassic World.
I don't know. Anyway, the second Jurassic World, that T-Rex made a quick cameo.
Fallen Kingdom.
Yes. And so that was a great movie. Yeah, that awesome. T-Rex, we get to see the origin story of that T-Rex's. Maybe there'll be another, like the T-Rex of today will get its revenge on the Gigantosaurus. Right. It'd be cool. What did you think?
5 million year old battle.
It's going to have his revenge. What did you think of the description of the footage that you only get to see again, that if you go see Fast 9 in theaters? So what did you think?
Yeah, it sounds amazing. My understanding is that the CGI is really, really fantastic in it too, which is great. I mean, you can even go back to the original Jurassic Park movie, and the CGI holds up pretty well, considering what it was for the time period. So because that was really when we were first getting CGI. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for from the description of it, it sounds like it's going to be like a nature type documentary that they kind of start out like, and so I think it'd be kind of cool, because it's like, okay, here you have a 65 million year old grudge that these guys are kind of holding, but it'll be neat because you could see them kind of in their pristine original environment, original habitat, and then you have that link, which is the mosquito trapped in the amber, and that's how they're able to get. That's how Hammond, because Hammond carries that cane around that has the mosquito and the amber on it. So so I think I'm stoked. I have not been, with the exception of maybe Jurassic
Park 3.
Park 3. I haven't really been disappointed. Yeah.
Alan.
Right. Yeah. I haven't really been disappointed in any of the movies.
Yeah. I think that one even has its moments.
It's really not bad. I mean, gosh, the cell phone stuck in the big giant, or the satellite phone stuck in the big giant pile of poop is that's pretty great. And you get a Barrett 50 cal, they go hunting dinosaurs with a Barrett 50 cal. So
it's just the humans are, the humans in the Jurassic Park movies haven't necessarily been so annoying. It's just in that movie they are super annoying, and I feel really bad for Sam Neill, because he's right back in that Grant role, so easy and so good.
Right.
And Téa Leoni. Yep. She's so annoying in that movie, and even William H. Macy too. Two great actors. Just annoying. So anyway, very excited for this.
Dominion looks awesome.
Dominion sounds awesome.
Sounds awesome. I don't know if it's going to look it, but yeah.
I don't like Jurassic Park so much. I'm going to go pay to see a fantastic Fast and Furious movie, but I'll wait for a trailer, because I'm very excited for this movie, though. Yeah.
Well, we even talked about it a little bit before, and I don't think you had seen it, that there's they did a short film, a Jurassic World short film that they did, where it was some dinosaurs kind of ripping through a camper RV park and stuff. So it's about 10 minutes long, but I think it's gonna be very similar to what we're probably gonna see with Dominion. So
I know I didn't even know about it, and you showed it to me, and or at least send it to me, and I got to watch it. So maybe I'll watch it after you watch Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yes, gosh.
Next on the rundown it's just going to turn into a long running joke now.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Next on the rundown, we get some Lord of the Rings updates. As a new animated movie titled Lord of the Rings: The War of the Rohirrim it is due to be released in the next year or so. It takes place before the Lord of the Rings movies, about 250 years prior to that story. It follows Helm Hammerhand. I knew I was going to screw that up. Helm Hammerhand. He's a legendary king of Rohan. If you remember from the movies, Rohan didn't appear to the second movie. But that's the big horse army is the Rohirrim. My
favorite theme from that movie. That's my favorite. The theme for the Riders of Rohan is my favorite from that series.
Easily the best theme out of that.
Yeah.
Unbelievably great score. Like
Right.
how can you even have a favorite out of that score? But
Right.
it's so good. It's
Howard Shore's score in that, it really is just tremendous.
Sets the tone for the entire movie in every scene.
And the detail that he put into, I don't know if you've ever looked at the documentation that comes along with like some of the extended cut stuff. He went into like why they use why he uses specific instruments for certain peoples and all that stuff. It's really super detailed. Like it wasn't just something he just threw together. No, it was really amazing.
It was like the rest of the production. I mean, it's just super detailed.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
So it follows Helm Hammerhand, legendary king of Rohan, and it's somewhat of an origin story of Helm's Deep, as Helm Hammerhand basically his entire reign as king is spent at Helm's Deep in this huge long battle. And so it really shows the fortification, that sounds like a dirty word, the fortification of Helm's Deep, and why it's such a great place to stage a battle and win a battle. And it's got if you remember, Helm's Deep is in Two Towers. It's the greatest battle in my mind ever put to screen.
Yep.
Where Legolas, Gimli, and Aragorn lead the battle against the Uruk-hai. So yeah, very excited for more Lord of the Rings. I don't care if it's animated or not.
Right.
Give me more Lord of the Rings.
Right. Yep. Looks good.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off. Next on the rundown. Oh, I got chills watching this. Masters of the Universe TV series trailer.
Yes.
And with the Incredibles, I need a hero.
Right. Yeah. Right. They rehashed that one. Yep.
Yeah. Incredible. So, what did you think of the Masters of the Universe TV?
Oh man, we had a conversation about it. When it first popped out, and the first thing I said was, I cannot wait to show Jackson. My son Jackson this trailer, because it just looks amazing. And I think the greatest thing about it is that it looks like. It reminds me of the 80s cartoon.
Yeah.
They've kind of brought it up, but it's
feel to it,
but it still has that 80s feel to it. And I really loved that. I thought that was great, because you really, it just is nostalgic for me. It's very nostalgic for me. And to see all these characters, Man-at-Arms, Tila, and He-Man,
Grayskull.
Of course, He-Man, Grayskull, and all that stuff, Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just I think
like you're right. It's like it's ripped from the 80s.
Right.
It's all the same costumes and looks, and it's like it just has a cleaner look to it.
Yeah, I found it interesting. I don't know if you caught it, but like it seems like Adam is like a skinnier guy when he's just Adam,
yes,
and then when he turns into He-Man, he hulks out, if you will. Yeah, right. Yeah. So, which I thought was interesting, because in the other one, it was in the older version, he was a big dude, and then he just all of a sudden became He-Man, and it wasn't it was like he just put this like wig on, it's like I put this wig on and I'm Adam, and nobody knows any different.
Yeah, it's like,
and then I put on the leather stuff and all this the battle suit. Now I'm He-Man.
Yeah.
So I think that actually probably be good. I think that would probably be pretty good. So
yeah, this looks amazing. One of my favorite He-Man things is actually it's not even anything. It was like a commercial. Did you ever see that commercial where He-Man and Grayskull do the dance from Dirty Dancing?
No, I don't think I did.
I'm going to have to send that to you, because it's so funny.
Was it a commercial, or was it like Robot Chicken?
It was a commercial.
It was a commercial? Oh my gosh.
Commercial. And it's so funny when he starts doing the Patrick Swayze dance.
That's so great.
The look he has, it's great. But I'm very excited for this. I didn't catch a release date. When is it released? Here, I'll look that up real quick.
Yeah.
July 23rd. So we're close.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep. And so this was the biggest, I talked a little bit last week about Geeked Week. And so this was a Netflix only thing. It was actually kind of a letdown. There wasn't a whole lot released. I thought we were going to get a Sandman trailer, Stranger Things 4 trailer, more, Umbrella Academy season 3 trailer.
Yeah.
Didn't get any of that. We got some behind the scenes stuff from those, but
I saw where they did some casting for, they cast a girl for, they cast a couple of things for Stranger Things. I think
it was like 4 or 5 new additions.
Yeah, they've got a cheerleader, and of course they have to do the upside down stuff, so all the people are upside down.
That was pretty clever.
So I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. But yeah, so we get like a cheerleader. We get some other stuff.
You got a teacher. Yeah. Yep. So not much. So we'll keep an eye out for updates on that stuff. But yeah, kind of a letdown from Netflix in that regard. But last piece on Masters Universe, my supply sergeant in the Army, Sergeant Paul, he's a giant He-Man fan. Yeah. And so I'm very excited to see what he thinks of this show. So shout out to Sergeant Paul. Always befriend the supply sergeant. It's like big
just rules. Words of wisdom.
Yeah, words of wisdom. Anybody ever joining the military? Yeah. Next on the rundown, we have John Wick 4 casting news. We've got Bill Skarsgård of the Skarsgård brothers joining the new movie John Wick 4, and Donnie Yen of Rogue One. He played the blind guy in Rogue One. So great additions to an already great franchise.
For sure.
I feel like John Wick 1 came out 2 years ago, and we're already on number 4. Lawrence Fishburne's confirmed to return for this.
I'm really excited for that, because his character was super cool.
It was just cool to see those two back on the screen together.
Yes.
And so, which we'll see them back on the screen together later on this year in Matrix 4. So, which we have got nothing from, but we're very, 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 very excited for that.
Which I'm actually kind of okay with. It's probably going to be hard from a podcast perspective, because I have a habit of if there's something that I really, really want to see, I will avoid any trailers. I will avoid any of that stuff. So that's going to be tough for me having a podcast about that stuff to, to not talk about it or not watch. You
might have to break your one rule.
I may. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right.
So, but back to John Wick 4, not a lot of story details about what's going on in the assassin world of John Wick. I loved the first one, loved the second one, and the third one, I felt a little let down by it. I'd still put it like a 7 out of 10, but the others were like 9 out of 10 for me. I might be in the minority on that.
Yeah, I gotta say, the other two are 11s out of 10, and so it's just a 10 out of 10, and you feel disappointed.
That's a great point.
It's really like I can't remember watching a movie that I had like zero expectations for, and I was like, what is John Wick? It's Keanu Reeves, and I'm like, what is this? And then it was a blast, and then the second one was a blast, and the third one was a blast. Like, I just had a great time watching all 3 of those movies.
So unique.
In that third one, Halle Berry, who
I know you love
just amazing. But those dogs, jumping up the wall, I was like, oh my gosh, because I've got a friend of mine who's a dog handler in Yuma, Arizona. He's in the sheriff's department down there, and he's introduced me to his dog several occasions in situations where I wasn't necessarily ready to meet those dogs. So,
did you jump off the wall?
I did not, but I
did the dog jump off the wall?
Well, I was sound asleep, and he brought the dog in on the bed, and it was, oh my gosh, I was terrified of that dog.
Yeah, so I would crap my.
I may or may not have peed myself. I don't know. So.
I mean, it's probably going to happen anyway. Right. So very excited for this. Bill Skarsgård, you may know from he played It, so he's got the really creepy. I can't even.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now we're on video now. I don't know if I should be doing this.
Right.
But he's got just he's got the right muscles in his face to do an amazingly scary smile.
Sure.
And so he played It in the new iterations of It 1 and 2. He's in a couple other things. He's starting to get to be in more.
The Skarsgårds are like taking over Hollywood. They're like the next Hemsworths, and
they
Wilsons
might be
before
bigger than the Hemsworths. Well, no, I don't know about that, but
Chris is
pretty big.
Which, by the way, they wrapped Thor. They wrapped.
Yeah.
Thor.
Did you watch the podcast last week?
Oh, did you guys talk about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I watched the whole thing.
It's okay.
Seen it on TV.
It was on YouTube. So the Bill Skarsgård, he's getting big, and you have Alex Skarsgård, who we also just saw in Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, he was good.
I know him from True Blood, 10 Things I Hate About You, Big Little Lies. I don't even know how I got those two confused just now.
I don't know.
So he's taken over. He's taken a pretty big spot in Hollywood. Of course, their dad is Stellan Skarsgård. We may know from the Thor movies and just about any other movie because he's in a ton of movies.
He was amazing in Chernobyl.
Yes, he was so good in Chernobyl. I forgot he was in Chernobyl.
Yep.
Oh, good man, that show was so good. So cool. Very excited for Bill Skarsgård to be an assassin. Who knows what he's going to be, but we know who will for sure be an assassin. That's Donnie Yen, who again you remember from Rogue One. Just an incredible actor.
I'm excited for the martial arts stuff because that's his thing. I was just going to say. Yep.
Such a great martial artist against Keanu. To see those two go at it will be fun. So
right. Yep.
So to transition from Donnie Yen to Rogue One, and we got some Star Wars updates. So it came out this week that Ben Mendelsohn and Forrest Whitaker are reprising their roles in the new TV show Andor, which follows the hero from Rogue One, Cassian Andor, one of the heroes from that. They're Ben Mendelsohn's reprising his role as Director Krennic, and Forrest Whitaker's reprising his role as Saw Gerrera, the head of a rebellion clan. So very excited to see more Ben Mendelsohn. Right. Anytime that guy's in anything, I love watching it. Absolutely. He was very good in Rogue One. Forrest Whitaker's Saw Gerrera was a little bit weird in Rogue One, maybe the weakest part of that movie, if I had to say so. Yeah. Myself.
Which is unusual because Forrest Whitaker's so just good, an amazing actor. So yeah.
He was in maybe my favorite video game recently is the new Star Wars game, the Fallen Order. Yeah. It's so good, and so he's a little bit younger in that video game, and he's not as annoying. So maybe it's just they played him as a grumpy old man in that movie. Who knows? Yeah. But very, very excited to see that. That's coming out soon, later on this year.
So I know my answer to this, but is Rogue One the best movie since Return of the Jedi?
Oof, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. In the Star Wars franchise.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's within the context of that particular universe.
Oh, it's my third favorite fourth favorite.
I actually put it ahead of Return of the Jedi.
Really?
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi just has too much nostalgia for me.
Sure.
To have it behind, but Empire, A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, Rogue One.
Okay.
Rogue One was so good. It was, man, I love putting that on in the background and just letting it go. They did that movie perfectly in my mind. And Gareth Edwards shot the crap out of that movie. So,
and with that scene at the end with Vader is just
amazing. It's so good. Yeah, and it doesn't feel like a shoehorned in Vader cameo. It feels like that was supposed to happen. You know?
Well, it just reminds you what a
badass he is.
Badass he really was, and kind of put the fear of God in you, if you will. So
yeah, and so that comes out later this year in the fall. after that, we'll get what's called the Book of Boba Fett, which you may have seen a little teaser for at the end of Mandalorian season 2. It's going to tell the story of where Boba Fett's been since Empire, which I like that, because when they first announced the show, I thought it was going to take go back in time and show where he's been, but I thought they'd go back to like the Sarlacc pit and take it from there.
Sure.
So to know that they're going to go back to Empire, and he was in Empire Strikes Back. He was the guy who took Han Solo from Vader and brought him to Jabba the Hutt for Return of the Jedi.
Right.
But we'll get to see kind of where how he got to it. Maybe maybe this is a way to bring Vader into a show.
Right.
And they'll show him coming up, into Cloud City and stuff. So it'll be exciting to see where he's been all this time.
So have they made clear where in the timeline the Mandalorian actually takes place?
Yes.
It's after Return of the Jedi, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's 40 years after Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Maybe not that. It's anywhere from like 10. It might be 10 years. It's in that time frame of like a 20-ish years after Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I that's what I was trying to figure out is this.
Well, they established that in the first episode of Mandalorian season 1 or season 2, when they were showing Cobb Vanth's character, who was played by Justified guy, the guy in Justified, Timothy Oliphant, and so
or Josh Duhamel.
yeah.
Same guy.
Same guy. Seriously, like those guys could be interchangeable.
They are. As a matter of fact, they are. Like they had a gag on Conan O'Brien. Where
oh, really?
Oliphant.
Check that out.
I think it was either Duhamel or Oliphant went, and they did a family picture for like Christmas cards, and the other one stood in for the other one, and nobody noticed. Like
I need to watch that. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But Cobb Vanth's character, it was like a newsreel kind of thing where they were showing the destruction of the second Death Star, and they were cheering, and then there was an immediate power vacuum. So that helped to establish it that the show took place after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
It hasn't quite got to Force Awakens yet.
Right. Yeah. I guess
that's going to take place in a separate timeline, right?
Right. I guess I should have reframed the question, because it was. I knew it took place after Return of the Jedi. I just wasn't sure how tight that timeline is between. Are we talking like a year, 2, 5? That type of thing. I don't think they've quite tightened it down that much just yet.
Honestly, I mean, I'm not quite sure. I think it's about 20 years. We can look it up and throw it on Twitter later this week. Or somebody can send it in to us if they get it off the top of their head. Because as you know, in this chair, you're a dumbass.
You will.
So, damn it, Bobby.
Even without the chair, I'm a dumbass. So but no, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to more Boba Fett. I love that character. I think everybody loved that character. He's another one of those. I have a weakness for the anti-hero guy, Boba Fett falls into that anti-hero guy. So well, and what's also came out with this is that's pushed Mandalorian season 3, so we won't be getting any Mandalorian season 3 this year, as they haven't even started shooting, right?
Which that sucks, but I think I'm in a spot where I'm like, I can wait for Mandalorian season 3, because it's going to be like a whole new story. There's not any like continuation really of what's going on in that show. Just I want more Mando, but I can wait with some of the stuff we get. We're getting Andor and the Book of Boba Fett, so we've got some content to cover in the meantime.
Yeah, for sure.
And then finally, Ewan McGregor was interviewed this week. He's come out and said he's having a blast filming Kenobi, which that excites me quite a bit, because I can't wait for this show. This may be my most anticipated Marvel, Star Wars, whatever TV show coming up. This might be the top one for me.
For sure.
maybe Lord of the Rings Amazon show might be number one.
Yeah.
This would be, it's like 1A, 1B really.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm really excited for Kenobi. I really am. I Alec Guinness was amazing as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Ewan McGregor as a young Obi-Wan Kenobi was great.
He was the MVP of the prequels.
Absolutely. He was. We recently watched. I introduced the kids to episode 1, and so we watched that. Gosh, that scene with him and Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon and Darth Maul.
It's so good.
I need to find a cut of it to where I don't have to watch the rest of the movie and just watch just that fight scene. Yeah, like, because it's
so good, and it gets even better spoiler alert, once Qui-Gon dies.
Yeah,
and it's one-on-one Maul versus Kenobi.
Yeah, I just think he was amazing. And I remember watching the trailer for that the first time, and then they showed the double bladed saber.
Yes.
And my son, when he saw the double sided, his eyes just went, like he was like, that's got 2 blades on it, And I was like, oh yeah. So he's got a couple of lightsabers, and he actually put them together like this, and it was pretty neat. But
I was a freshman in high school, and my buddies Zach Olson, Eli Stevens, and Rich Barker, we all would get to school early. We'd get on the force.net. We'd look at the latest Star Wars news, and I'll never forget when we all first saw that trailer. It was like a tease of the trailer, and they showed them all with the double, and it went and we were all just like, whoa, like, I think that's serious. 6 to midnight.
I think that's the part that disappoints me the most with that is just the hype was so big, and you were just so excited to get Star Wars. It was like, I'm getting something I haven't seen since '83. Like we haven't got anything new since '83 that was worth anything. And so I don't know. It just.
We'll definitely have our own Star Wars themed episode. We might have multiple, since there's a lot of it to cover.
My buddy Corey Heather, his son writes some Star Wars fan fiction stuff. So
cool.
So maybe as we get closer to the Star Wars episode, we'll be able to publish some of that stuff. And if he wants to, come on, that'd be kind of cool. Or if he wants to throw some of that up for other people to read, I think it'd be pretty cool. So
totally, let's totally support that and throw that out there. So I'd love to read that. So that's it for the rundown. We wanted to try to keep it short because we got the Loki to get to. We've got a really fun game to play and some great nerd questions. So good nerdy week. Again, a little bit of a letdown with Netflix, but not the first time Netflix has let me down on something. So it's going to happen again. An abusive relationship. All right, so let's get to the game.
Okay.
The game is called Guess the Movie Tagline.
All right. Can't wait.
A lot harder than you actually think.
Oh my gosh.
If
it's as bad as the movie quote one was,
no,
brutal,
man. Hopefully this will be easier because we can actually hint it out. If we need to, it's multiple choice. We can hint it out.
Okay.
Cool. So I'm going to go first. I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
The tagline. You name this tagline. Okay.
Okay.
So here we go.
All right.
Tagline is: Heroes aren't born; they're built. And let me know when you need multiple choice hints.
Is that Pacific Rim? Is that one of the?
Nope.
Okay. I don't know.
Do you want a hint?
Yeah, I'll take a hint. Yeah.
Okay. We have multiple choice of Inspector Gadget, Big Hero 6, Iron Man, or RoboCop.
Oh, I would say that's probably Big Hero 6, I think. RoboCop then. God, I don't even... Iron Man?
Yeah.
Is it Iron Man? Jeez.
Iron Man, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I actually don't remember any. I don't remember any trailers or any hype. I just was not.
Yep.
I wasn't anything.
It
for
came
Iron
out
Man.
of left field. It came out of left field. You know, it was. Brett and I went and saw it, and I remember we went in with low expectations, and he was a B character at the time in the comics and starting to get bigger, but he was never a top tier character like he is now. And Downey launched that universe. We wouldn't have the MCU without this movie. In fact, I saw a debate on Twitter the other day, it may have been today actually, that said who's had a bigger impact on the MCU, Iron Man or Captain America. My bias immediately went to Captain America, and Captain America, I believe, is the heart of the MCU. Yeah. But we wouldn't have the MCU without Downey and Iron Man. So
he really set the tone. You know, he really did. And you know, Jon Favreau really set the tone. The two of them together really set the tone. And I remember seeing, I was living and working in Seattle at the time, and I was working nights at the data center. And so if I wanted to see anything, I had to go see stuff by myself. And I remember I watched, I went and saw it. And then I remember I saw a Tropic Thunder like right after that too, because I think they came out like really close to each other. You know, it was like a Robert Downey Jr. fest in 2008 or whatever. But I remember coming out of Iron Man just thinking, "Holy smokes, was that cool!"
Was cool,
and Ramin Djawadi's rock score was amazing. You know, plus all the AC/DC stuff. It was great.
Yeah,
it was great. So yeah,
great. All right, I'm not scrolling. You scroll to the next one.
Okay, I don't have anything, so.
You don't have the quiz up?
No, I don't have it.
It's in the notes.
It's not.
It's blacked out, but you can click on it.
Oh, I see it now. Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
Then
I swear we talk about this stuff beforehand, but there's some stuff we don't cover.
I think we didn't cover this, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Okay. I could do this. Okay. All right. So question 2 is an adventure 65 million years in the making.
Jurassic Park Dominion. Or Jurassic World Dominion. No. An adventure 65 million years in the making. I'm trying to think of dinosaur movies other than Jurassic Park, unless it is Jurassic Park, because I don't remember what the tagline for that movie is. So I'll go Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, I believe, is correct. Yep.
Oh, like what other dinosaur movie is there?
Well, you had Ice Age, the Croods, and the Flintstones could have been your.
I didn't even have Flintstones on my radar on that one.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about Ice Age too. Okay, that's a good one. All right, don't scroll.
Okay.
All right. The tagline is an entire universe, once and for all. Honestly, I don't remember this being the tagline, but an entire universe, once and for all. I guess that makes sense.
Okay. Is this entire universe? Is this a space movie, or is it?
There's space in it for sure.
Okay, so that's an entire universe once and for all. Okay, so universe probably could have two meanings. I'm gonna. Can I get a hint?
Yeah. So your choices are X-Men: Days of Future Past, Justice League,
okay,
Avengers: Infinity War, or the Avengers.
I don't think it's just that sounds too good to be a Justice League tagline, so have to throw that out. Definitely can't be DC. Infinity War, I know was not that. So my other choices were the Avengers and what else?
X-Men: Days of Future Past.
Yeah, it's definitely not Future Past. So I'm going to go with the Avengers on that one.
So this says Avengers: Infinity War.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Way to rule that one out.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Yeah, you see how I worked it through. So, all right.
All right. I can't for school. Go ahead.
All right. So, tagline for this. Question 4, tagline. Somewhere in space. This could all be happening right now.
Oh my God. So what space movie could that be?
Yeah.
In space, this all could be happening somewhere right now?
Yes. Somewhere in space. This could all be happening right now.
All right, give me my hints.
Okay.
Speed it up.
So your choices are Alien.
Okay.
Gravity.
Okay.
The Martian, or Star Wars: A New Hope.
Oh my God! Really? I don't think it's The Martian. That doesn't sound like that could be happening somewhere.
Right.
Gravity was. I never saw it, but I feel like that would happen right outside our atmosphere.
That actually was a really good movie. You should watch it.
Aliens. What was the fourth one?
It's actually Alien, the first one.
Alien.
And we all know what the tagline for that one is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do, right?
Don't let stuff burst out of your chest.
No.
Yeah,
in space, no one can
hear you scream.
Right.
What was the fourth hint?
Star Wars: A New Hope.
Oh God.
That's your last one.
I'll go with Gravity.
It is Star Wars: A New Hope.
What?
Yeah.
I wasn't born yet.
I wouldn't have got that either. But we had a question on our thing posted on our Facebook earlier this week. A vicious lie that somebody Jen Tiedemann put on my Facebook about that they filmed some of Star Wars on Earth, which is
I still don't believe it.
It's total baloney. Like,
I need a source.
If it's true, she says because it's on the internet, it's true. But I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody will come out.
Yeah.
Give us a scoop. Okay, ready?
Right. Yes.
You should get this one.
Okay.
Whoever wins, we lose.
That's a Predator versus Aliens movie.
Yeah, you got it.
One of those.
Aliens versus Predator. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Good. Okay.
Okay.
It gives the wrong picture every time, so even if I do scroll a little bit, I still don't know.
Okay. See our family and feel better about yours.
I need some hints because that's like
so your selections are the Royal Tenenbaums, which is just a great movie.
Yeah.
Little Miss Sunshine, the Simpsons movie, and Daddy's Home.
Is it Little Miss Sunshine? Or it's that a Royal Tenenbaums?
It is not. It's neither one of those. It's actually it's actually the Simpsons movie. Yep.
It is the Simpsons.
Yep.
Oh, and look, they actually they put the right picture.
Yeah, they did put the right picture on
there. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Prepare to be blown out of the water. Prepare to be blown out of the water in this upcoming movie.
Is that is a submarine movie?
No.
Is it appearing to be blown out of the water?
Do you want your hints?
Not yet.
Here,
is it a shark movie?
No.
Oh. All right. Yeah, then give me hints.
Jaws.
Okay.
Titanic.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl.
Okay.
And Finding Nemo.
can't go with Nemo. Maybe it was the Black Pearl, but I don't think so. I guess I'll go with Jaws. Yeah.
I said it wasn't a shark movie.
Yeah.
And
which one was it then?
it's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Really?
You really talk yourself out of this.
I do. Yeah.
This picture of Jaws, though, it looks like he stepped on a Lego.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you ever seen?
Yeah, that meme.
Have you ever seen Steve Zahn's without a paddle or something like that?
Yeah.
He does this one clip where he has this shark and he plays it over and over again. It's like this really buck-toothed shark, and he's doing this narration. He says, "Sharks are, found in water all over the world," and then this shark goes by and he's got these huge buck teeth, and he's all, "What the?" And he goes, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh." And then he rewinds it and he goes, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." It just goes back and forth. I love Steve Zahn. He's funny. Okay, tagline: "Their war, our world."
I know this one. Their war, our world. Give me the hints.
The War of the Worlds.
Okay.
Independence Day.
Yep.
Pacific Rim.
Okay.
And Transformers.
Pacific Rim. Shit, is that Transformers? I'll go with Pacific Rim.
Your final answer.
Yeah.
You want to phone a friend?
Yeah. Can I call your son Jack?
Right. Yeah. He would tell you it's Transformers.
Yes. Oh, dang it, Sid. I pulled an Erik and I talked myself out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Long live the king.
Long live the king. Wow.
Hey.
It's like King Arthur. Okay, yeah. Go ahead. What am I?
Black Panther. The King's Speech.
Yeah.
The Lion King.
Okay.
The Lord of the Rings. The Return of the King.
Yeah, I don't think it's Lord of the Rings. I'm going to go with my first instinct on this one because I screwed up so badly on the soundtrack stuff on that one. I'm going to go with the Lion King because I don't want to go with the Lion King, but I'm actually going to go with the Lion King, and it's probably going to be right. So yeah.
No.
It's Return of the King, isn't it? It's
no.
First.
Nope, it's not.
The King's Speech?
No. It's the only one that didn't have King in it in the title. Black Panther.
Black Panther. All right.
Yeah. I know, it's tough.
Which game. I loved. I loved.
Good movie.
But yeah.
Okay.
I just realized I don't think I've ever paid attention to just about any tagline on any movie.
I know, I don't barely know any of these.
Yeah. All right. Collide with Destiny.
Okay. Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, right. That was a weird movie.
It was. Banana loves that movie.
Ice Age Collision Course, Crash, Flight, or Titanic?
I'm gonna have to go with Titanic because that's just too good to not be Titanic.
You would be correct. Okay. You would be correct.
That's a little burn in the tagline.
Yes,
Titanic.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, this one's pretty easy. The night is darkest before the dawn.
How is night spelled?
Like night.
All right. Fair enough. Ask a stupid question. You get a stupid answer.
N-I-G-H-T.
All right.
I know what you're getting at.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
You're going down the right path.
I'm going to say that's The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, okay.
Or The Dark Knight, one of those two.
Oh, you gotta. Well, your choices are Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah.
Don't Be Afraid of the Dark.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight and Dark City.
Yeah, it's The Dark Knight. So
Okay.
I wasn't sure if there was a Dark Knight Rises or not, but
I think
again,
yeah, Dark Knight Rises is not as good.
no, pretty. Okay, tagline: super bad, super dad.
Super bad, super dad. What
Yeah.
are my options?
Megamind,
Okay.
super bad,
Yep.
Big Daddy,
Okay.
and Despicable Me.
Big Daddy. Only because I love that movie so much.
No, it's Gru.
Gru. We haven't seen him.
Your dog has been dropping little bombs in my yard, and I don't appreciate it.
You were Gru for Halloween, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Okay. Few more. It all ends here.
The plot to every movie ever.
Now think about this is so it's going to be a series of movies.
Yeah, okay.
It's the end of a story.
All right, a trilogy of probably, or I'm
At
sure because
least.
everything is a trilogy now. So,
let me give
what
you
are my options?
options?
Yeah, please. Yep.
The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2. The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. And The Hobbit, The Battle of the Three Armies. There's a lot of Part 2s in there. Not to throw you off. That wasn't me throwing you off.
Just because I love Harry Potter, I'm going to go with the Harry Potter.
Bingo!
Nice! I finally run into one. All right.
I thought you were going to say, just because I love Harry Potter, I'm not going to choose it.
That would be more my MO. But yeah.
Okay.
All right. From the smallest beginnings come the greatest legends.
Okay, give me my options because I think I know this.
Ant-Man,
Yep.
The Little Mermaid,
Okay.
I Am Legend,
Uh-huh.
and The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey.
The Hobbit, The Unexpected Journey.
You would be correct. Nice job.
Boom!
Yes.
Not making a comment on the movie.
No. Nope.
Oh, wait,
We've beaten that one to death, I think, at this point. So
Yeah.
we're gonna let Evan and Jen have their moment. So
Yeah. Welcome to the urban jungle, nerds.
Yeah, right. That does sound like an episode of ours, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think I just started saying welcome like I do.
Right. Yeah, right.
But it's just welcome to the urban jungle.
All right.
This is a tough one. Let me give you your options.
Okay, please. Yep.
Jumanji, Zootopia,
Mm-hmm.
Secret Life of Pets, and Madagascar.
Is this Secret Life of Pets?
No.
All right. It's probably Madagascar because my next choice would have been my other choice would have been the other one.
Zootopia.
Zootopia, yeah.
So what's your choice?
My choice is Zootopia because it's most likely Madagascar. So.
It's Zootopia.
It is Zootopia? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is like an amazing movie. I
It's
love
so good. So good.
It surprised the hell out of me.
My kids ran around going, blood, and
Oh man,
death.
Penny loves sloths. Penny loves sloths, and that's her and I watched that movie, and we were both crying, laughing so hard at the DMV.
Stacy says that she's never heard me laugh so hard than at that scene, the DMV scene.
Oh my god, I was dying laughing.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
That was such a great scene. Okay.
All right. Well, here we go. This one. Jeez.
Last one.
When patriots become heroes.
Oh man.
You're fired if you don't get this one.
Oh, is it Captain America?
Yeah, come on.
First Avenger?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's too easy. Let's go one more each.
All right.
The greatest fairy tale never told.
Right in my wheelhouse. I love those fairy tales. What's my hints?
Enchanted.
Uh-huh. Let's go with that. It's Enchanted.
Enchanted? You don't even want to hear the others?
No, what are the other ones? Sure.
Enchanted, Shrek, Frozen, Into the Woods.
And what's the title?
The greatest fairy tale never told.
Shrek.
Yeah. See, once I saw Shrek, I was like, oh, that's Shrek for sure.
Yeah, that. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Last one.
Oh, gee whiz. The future begins. Your choices are the Terminator, Star Trek, Avatar, and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I didn't sneak Star Trek into this episode, just so you know. This was chosen for me.
We skipped it last week.
Yeah. I dropped the subliminal one in the editing, just so you know. So.
Is that what that was?
You did see Brett's face. I actually voiced over Brett's mouth. Go Star Trek.
That would be hilarious if you did that. By the way, Brett and I both said obviously like 17 times each.
I know.
It's like no clicker on me this week. Future begins. Terminator.
No, it would be Star Trek, but it doesn't even tell me which one.
Just says Star Trek.
Which Star Trek that is? Whether it's like
I bet it's the Chris Pine one.
I guess it would have to be because the first one is Star Trek: The Motion Picture, which God, that's so stupid.
There's like 40 taglines on this, so we'll save this game for a future game, and we'll go through some more because that was fun.
Yeah, that was.
Any chance to talk movies with you?
Yeah.
All right.
Always good.
Nerd box time. Let's pull from the nerd box.
Cool.
First question comes from fan of the show, John Isaiah. World War III starts, but it's against aliens with highly advanced tech who say they are trying to save the Earth from itself. And they'll let you live if you join their cause. Are you fighting for Earth or with the aliens?
I gotta fight the aliens. I'm not gonna join them. No, I'm not gonna.
Welcome to Earth.
Yeah.
No.
That's the whole. Join your enemies and they'll let you live type stuff. I don't want to live like that. So,
no.
Yeah.
I'm dying protecting my house.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yep. That was a good question.
It was
like I like those kind of like scenario questions. We haven't got those yet.
Right.
So.
Well, more
of those, please.
I assume that you're the same, right?
Yeah, I'm fighting for Earth.
Yeah.
Other effers ain't coming in here and taking my house.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you don't come into my house and push me around.
I mean, maybe you do. Maybe
yeah.
maybe they are really big aliens, and I'm just gonna get my ass kicked. But I'll go down swinging.
We didn't talk about it, and I'll just mention this real quick. But that we did talk about the pre-show, about that invasion show on Apple Plus.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
All
right,
Jinx.
You want to do Brett?
Yeah. So we got our first video question. I'm really excited about this. Mr. Brett King back on the show already, sent in a fan question, and he has challenged every other nerd, I should say, every other nerd to send in their videos, their questions by video, because this is awesome. Our very first video question, Eric.
Yeah. So here we go. Can you see this? Is it all right?
I can see it.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Hopefully we can hear it.
All right.
Hey, Stump and Eric. Quick question. If you had to play a villain in the Marvel Universe, who would you play and why? Me? I think I would play Doc Ock. I can get down with the goggles, I could use the extra arms, and I love calling people dolt.
That is awesome. Awesome. I could
I can use the extra arms,
and I could use the extra arms, and I could get down with the goggles. That's
that's
awesome.
That's classic Brett. Great question,
awesome.
Brett King. Who in the Marvel Universe would you play? Let me see if I have some. We have some good options here.
I have a villain on my shirt right there. And actually, I did not know that was coming.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
I did not know that was coming. So I actually have my Green Goblin on, but which is to me is a great villain. I really love Norman Osborn and the Green Goblin. So
yeah,
but I don't know. I love Magneto. You know, he just is a super cool villain to me. Yeah, he just, and I love his relationship with Charles Xavier. You know, where he is a villain, but he's always trying to save Charles. You know, like he's always trying to save Charles from himself. So you know, and
vice versa.
Yeah, absolutely. They have this great relationship where they know each other. And they have a mutual respect, I guess, for one another. So, yep.
Great drop with Magneto. Because when Brett first asked us, I was like, oh, I'd totally be one of my favorites, Apocalypse. I'm like, wait a minute, why would I choose Apocalypse? Because I immediately went to X-Men. As they have some of the best villains. Yeah. Spidey has the greatest rogues gallery. Yeah. He's got some amazing villains. But ultimately, and this is more of a probably newer, definitely a newer choice for me. I'd be Thanos because that ass first. I mean, right. Whew. He's thick. He's real thick. But what Infinity War did for Thanos was incredible, and it in one movie made him the greatest Marvel villain there is. Yeah. And he was much different in the comics in the sense that he was courting death, and death is like a female figure in Marvel comics, and he wanted to get the Infinity Stones and the Gauntlet to like court death and be like, look how evil I am. And that wouldn't translate as well under the Disney banner. Right. So the way that they changed it to him being like the hero of his own story and really bringing in this empathy, and he was super smart and obviously a very skilled warrior and just a complete badass, and nobody could really stand up to him until Endgame, and you got some powerful figures up against him. But Infinity War, he was magnificent in that. So I would choose Thanos, and that's really tough for me to probably not say my favorite X-Men villain, which is Apocalypse, but I'll go with that ass.
Yeah, that's a good choice. It's a good choice. I mean, he really has become. I think your analysis is really. And I did say your analysis, not your analysis, just to qualify. Although I did go back and listen, and I did call you Baron. I did. Just so you know,
somebody else
during the editing. Yeah, somebody else said he did say Baron. So I did say Baron. Yeah. So I think Thanos is really. I think your analysis is really good, because he really does see himself, and like you could sympathize with what he's trying. You could. There's a logic there. There's however horrific it really is. There's a logic to what he's doing. He truly believes that he's saving by killing that he's really saving everyone, because he's making the tough decision that nobody else wants to make. You know, he's preemptively doing it. So
absolutely. And people make the argument, why didn't he just create 50% more resources? Right. There's not room for 50% more resources, and it was more of the sense that there's too much in this world, and we need to cut it in half. And he did it to other. He mentions it with Gamora's planet, that they were struggling, and then when he came in and wiped out half their planet, they thrived after that. So
right.
he's very
you see
bad.
It in,
He's very bad.
You see it like with forest fires. I mean, you see it in nature where you have these die-offs and then all of a sudden everything comes back and it's better than it was before, you know? So it's not without precedent. But,
right.
But those are,
and quite honestly, Earth has about 25% people that could probably just say goodbye to and never blink. But he's my pick. Great
Especially
villain.
Those people that sit in the left lane. God.
Left lane drivers, man. Give me that gauntlet right now.
Yeah.
Those people. So that wraps up two questions for the week. Really ending on a high note there with Brett King's first fan nerd question that he sends in via video, vis-a-vis video. Vis-a-vis.
He was really great, and I really appreciate him filling in for me while I was gone. I'm hoping that maybe at some point in the future we'll be able to all three get on a show together. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So that'd be really great. So
it would be triple the obviously's.
Right.
So
I could have two buzzers going.
Double fist in the buzzer.
Yep.
Yes, thank you, Brett. You're the man. Love you. We are going to say goodbye for now. We're going to hop back on here in a little bit. We're going to do our review of Loki season 1, episode 1, Glorious Purpose. And with that being said, if you haven't watched Loki, don't listen to that because that's going to be full of spoilers. Wait till you've watched it. And with that being said, we'll see you next week on my favorite number 11.
Number 11.
Episode 11. We'll come up with the theme later. Anyway, Erik, glad to have you back.
It's great to be back.
And
love you, man.
Love you too, bro. Love you too. And love you all. Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe on YouTube. And we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.